Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this is going to be a King Arthur Legends Rise video, shouting out a couple rares that I think would be a good choice for most of you to invest in. We're going to talk about a damage dealer and also a healer, because I know when people are diving in to progress in King Arthur, a very common question is going to be, hey, who are some good budget rare type champions that would be worthwhile to invest in? So I'm going to give you my opinion on a couple worth watching out for and considering to level up on your account when you're able to get them. And if you're new to King Arthur Legends Rise, I will provide a link down below in the video description for you to try the game out completely free of charge, because it's a really new hero squad RPG that I think is worth trying out. But anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with a DPS character here in the rare section that I think is worth leveling up. If you're looking for somebody to be your first maxed out hero in the game, I think that Kay is a good option for you. And it's actually the option that I went with on my account for my first choice to max out a hero. And the reason why is because when you're diving in to progress as fast as you can and be super efficient with your time and your progression, you're going to want a damage dealer that is very high in utility in multiple different areas of the game and can serve multiple different purposes, and is also pretty cheap to invest in, which Kay is, because she is a rare, obviously. And with Kay, when you start with the Storm Relic on her, you're going to get a really good blend of single target and also AoE damage with tons of multi-hits. Because if you look here at the generator, attack one enemy 5 times. This is going to be very handy for things like helping you burst down Penvade's shield when you're trying to farm that dungeon. And you also have the 2-cost ability right here that is going to be another massive 4-hitter. And something very important that gets overlooked in these RPG games when you're trying to progress is you need crit rate. It's very hard when your gear isn't perfectly optimized. It can be difficult to get that crit rate up to a point where you're critting consistently. Well, Kay is going to take care of that herself here on the 2-cost ability, because she's going to attack an enemy 4 times and then also critical strike rate increase on herself for 2 turns and critical strike damage increase for 2 turns. So very, very good ability, not only just in general, but especially early game. And then you also have the 3-cost ability right here, attack all enemies 4 times. And what we're going to be doing is dealing additional damage if they're below 30% HP. Going to be great for finishing off enemies in waves or enemies in PvP. So you can utilize her in a lot of different situations, not only for the single target multi-hitting against Penvade on the first 2 abilities, but also having some AoE utility as well. And one of the big reasons that Kay, with all of her multi-hit abilities, is going to be so good is it's just good in general in these games to get those multi-hitters. But also in King Arthur, one of the most important things for you to be able to grind effectively is going to be these mana orbs. You can see down here on Penvade in the Plane of Beasts. I talked about this in my beginner tips and tricks video, how important this power-up dungeon is. But you're going to want to be getting a ton of these mana orbs. You've got mythic and legendary and also rare, and you're going to be starting out getting the rares, obviously, and you're going to slowly work your way as you rank up your heroes. You're going to need to get these mythics. So this dungeon is a massive priority, and Kay is going to be one of the best rares in the game for this dungeon, because if we go to this dungeon and we click this little eye over here on the top right, what's it say right here for the recommended tags? Multi-hit, and it lists Kay right here. So she is going to be crucial in so many different areas of the game, and also really strong in one of the most crucial dungeons for you to be successful in to jumpstart your progression. And then sometimes DPS heroes can have some struggles staying alive, but she has a passive ability right here that's going to grant her evasion rate increase 2, which is going to help her stay alive. So sometimes when those DPS dealers are squishy, it's going to be tough to keep them alive consistently in battle, but she has a self-sustaining ability to kind of help her evade some damage and keep herself on the battlefield. So yeah, if you're looking for an initial damage dealer to invest in to help you progress and dish out damage on your account, Kay is going to be a very solid option for you. And then usually another character that we want to invest in early game to help us supercharge our progression is going to be a good support to go alongside our DPS that we're investing in. And I think a really good one that you can't go wrong just for general utility and overall usefulness is going to be the rare Sarah. And I absolutely love the Stormheroic kit here. If we look at the basic, the generator right here, we're going to heal the ally with the lowest HP. So we're targeting healing where it's needed the most on a basic, on a generator, and it's going to be based on her HP. So you can actually scale that. It's not based on the target. It's going to be based on her gear, her stats. So you can build for getting a ton of value out of a Vigor generator. And then for the 2 cost ability right here, we've got an AoE, all allies heal, again, based on her HP of 12% plus 30. But not only that, this is completely insane. This is such a good support ability for a rare. We're also going to cleanse a debuff and remove 1 debuff from all allies. AoE heal, AoE removal of debuff. That is an insane ability for a rare on 2 cost. And then right here on the 3 cost ability, we've got another AoE heal, and it's going to be based on 17% of her HP plus 30, and we're getting another AoE ally effect of defense increase for 2 turns. Now, when is healing going to be really powerful? When you're healing something with high defense, because that means the healing that you're adding to them is tougher to remove, so it's actually worth more. So she's going to be buffing defense, and then every single ability is going to be healing, and then she's also on top of that going to be AoE cleansing. So absolutely insane general utility kit here for a rare. You really can't go wrong in building and investing Sarah. You will definitely get utility out of utilizing her in many teams. So that's going to be my 2 most recommended picks for rares to think about investing in when you're diving into your journey in King Arthur Legends Rise. And like I said earlier in the intro, if you haven't tried the game out, if you want to try it out, I'll have the links for you down below in the video description. You can try it out for free on mobile, PC, whatever device you like to play on the most. And I'll probably also do a video talking about maybe some super budget options like commons and uncommons, and of course legendaries to really watch out for, and some of my favorite legendaries that are on my wish list. But I know one of the biggest hot topics when these games are new is going to be what rares are going to be important for me to watch out for and make sure to invest in. That will be super strong early game, but then also possibly viable end game in multiple different teams. And I believe these 2 picks in Kay and Sarah are going to be great options for you to consider. So thanks for watching. I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace.